Alright, it is a beautiful Sunday here. On my last video, someone said they wanted to see some performance numbers, so it's a beautiful day to fly, so we're going to do that. So we'll get started and we'll check up with you after the run-up. Alright, run-up is complete, oil's almost up to temp for takeoff. I guess we can start out with the basic specs. My airplane came out to 750 pounds empty after a couple of modifications after the first flight. I have a 3-liter Corvair. That's a pretty standard weight for a KR with a Corvair. I think the lightest I know of, well, let's see, Joe Horton 725. There might be lighter versions out there, but I got 750. I've flown a gross weight of 1,300 before with my father to Oshkosh, and we can talk more about that in the air as far as weight and balance and what we were able to carry. So let's start off with some takeoff performance. Alright, canopy's closed and latch. Trim is set for takeoff. Speed brake is retracted. No one else in the pattern. Entry traffic, experimental 722 Kilo Charlie, taking off runway 2, straight out entry. It's, let's see, 59 degrees outside. I got 15 gallons of fuel and myself at lovely 215. We should get airborne by about 1,000 feet. I've got a cruise prop on here. Alright, everything's safe. Let's go. Takeoff power set. Airspeed's alive. I'll call it 900 feet. And I'll try to pitch for best rate, and mine is 95 indicated. My airspeed reads about 5 miles an hour fast on average. I've tried 3 different static ports, and this is the best I've been able to get. About 1,200 feet a minute. The stock static port position read low and high. It would stall at 40 and cruise at 200. I put static ports on the side and it was accurate on the top end, but it would stall at 80 indicated. But my current static port is actually just in the cockpit, and it's within, I think, less than 100 feet, about 5 miles an hour, and that's just what I've been used to, so we'll go with that. I didn't feel like cutting any more holes on the side of my airplane. Let's talk about cruise. I do have wheel pants on here for this test, and I did give her a bath today, so we're nice and clean. Right now, we'll level off at 1,500 feet. And I have autopilot, so we'll just turn that on right now. And we can retract the cowl flaps for more speed. I have little actuated cowl flaps for cooling in the climb. Works quite well with little actuators I bought on Amazon. No traffic in the area, smooth enough to do this. Autopilot's trying to dive back down to 1,500. But we're close to speed. I'm just going to kick it off real quick, make sure we're trimmed. Couple clicks down.
Traffic, Skyway 5 will set for taxi to the hangars.
Alright, autopilot's on. A little bumpy. Still accelerating. Right now I'm burning 7.5, 7.6 gallons an hour at 3360 RPM, 3380. This is a 5458 prop. And I'm getting 180 indicated, 183 true. Ground speed says, let's turn my ADS speed on here. Woo! Autopilot didn't want to hold there. We'll just go autopilot off. Smooth it out ourselves. so today 180 true is pretty good with it being cold. 3,400 RPM, 183. Not too shabby, and at full throttle we're getting now 7.7 gallons an hour. Obviously we don't cruise like this, so let's go up. Tail flaps back out. Now normally I like to plan long cross countries at 9.5 to, I've gone up to 12.5 based on wind. So we'll get established here and talk a little bit during the climb, but I'll probably end up fast forwarding until we get up there. So, I said I've flown at a gross weight of 1,300. That took a lot of planning and testing to get that to work. I can carry 30 gallons of gas, which I'll do with just me and some baggage. With me and my father, I was able to carry 20 gallons of fuel, and that only left maybe 20 pounds for baggage to hit that self-imposed 1,300 pounds, which I think is the most I've seen other people use, so that's what I felt safe with. So it left us about 20 pounds to play with for baggage. To mitigate that, we mailed some clothes to Oshkosh. But the other factor is everything you put in this airplane moves the CG aft. So my CG range is, well, per the plans, is 8 to 16 inches from the leading edge. It is not recommended to use those aft 2 inches. So initially I set it at 8 to 14. And then in order to make that trip work, I did some testing I was going to have to expand that envelope further back. So what I did was I had about 30 pounds in front of me during the flight, and when I got to a safe altitude, I moved those 30 pounds to the back, which was able to shift that CG to a 14.7 is the furthest aft I've tested. And it's definitely pitchy. It's definitely negatively dynamically stable, so it will just go straight up or straight down if you let it. But I was able to test that, feel safe with it. I even did, emergency return simulations to make sure I could land with that CG that aft. And then after that, I was able to figure out where I could put stuff to maintain that balance. So with 2 people and gas, if I put anything in the back more than like 5 pounds, it really shifts the CG really far back, because the rear baggage area is 48 inches aft of data, or for the leading edge. Whereas if I put some baggage down by my feet, it's actually at 8 or 9 inches, which is the forward limit. So for that trip, we were able to put all my tie downs and stuff and some clothes, 3-day bags basically, just in front of us with just a couple small things in the back. So for those who asked about baggage, with 2 people, 2 adults, not really a lot to go with. But if I'm just flying by myself like this, I got this seat next to me, I can pretty much put whatever I want. Or if I'm flying with my kids, like I like to go up to Oregon, I can have my son and some backpacks, or my daughter. No issues. Anyway, that's about that. We'll fast forward from here, and we'll start talking when I get up to about 9.5 in 5-ish minutes. We're back. We're approaching level off. Paused it for a bit there. We're at 9,000 and still getting... with the autopilot on, I just have it climb at 500 feet a minute. So with me, it can do that and climb faster than my BY. Right now on the climb, burning 5.5 gallons an hour. I haven't fully leaned out the mixture. I'll wait for it to spin up to do that. And actually, we'll turn a little bit right to make this legal, so I'm eastbound. Oh, we can see Shasta from here. Nice clear day. Alright, approaching level off. I never pulled the throttle back until I'm descending, so we're still at full throttle. And leveling off and speeding up. Power flaps can come back up, we don't need those. Nice and smooth up here as well. It's 41 degrees though. Because one thing I need to do is put a heater in my airplane. My feet are cold. Alright, we'll tap on the rudder to get the ball centered. Start leaning out a little bit more. Quick autopilot off to make sure we're trimmed. Do we need some nose down? That's better. Back on. So I normally fuel plan and cruise about 5.5 to 6.5 gallons an hour, depending on altitude. Usually more conservative, just go 6, because any higher obviously is going to be lower. So right now we're at 9.5, and I'm burning, it's kind of cycling between 5 and 5.5 gallons. So call it 5 gallons an hour, 3260 on the RPM, 171 true is indicated. Ground speed says 168. We can do a nice slow 360 to see how accurate. I didn't take any time to check the winds aloft. So 170, 172, we'll just do a nice slow 360 to kind of see. Probably have a tailwind. That's not too bad though, you know, 170 with the wheel pants on at 5 gallons. I am working on a new motor project that may change these numbers. For those of you that don't know, I am building a Panther, and the 3-liter from this airplane will be going in the Panther. And we'll be putting another Corvair in this one with some more power. Going back to talking about how I did 1,300 pounds, I would obviously don't do that all the time, wouldn't want to. You definitely have to take into account with this motor density altitude. Taking off out of Sheridan, Wyoming with my dad midday, I think the density altitude was 7,000 or 8,000. So we picked a nice long runway. Probably took almost 2,000 feet to take off, and we were only getting about 300 feet a minute, so definitely want to do a lot of planning, especially if you lose an engine. You want to have some options. Alright, still 173, about 175 indicated, ground speed 162, so we're starting to turn into the wind. Let's shift to the 159, yep, so we're about to go into the wind. Looks like it's settled in at about 5.3, 5.5 gallons, 174 miles an hour. .154, 155 on the ground speed. So all in all, I mean, I really love this airplane. It obviously took a long time to build from plans, and being in the military, deploying and having kids and all that thing. But for what it does, it meets the majority of my missions. I think if you want to be able to meet all your missions, you're going to need more than one airplane. So that's why I'm building a Panther for more fun aerobatics, and then probably in the future I'll build something bigger with my brother for the family. There's more planes, there's more options. Alright, the slowest ground speed I saw was 155, and the fastest I saw was 165, so called it an honest 160. Not too bad. up to 170 ground speed. 171. .73 is the highest I've seen. .74. I think on the way to Oshkosh we averaged 180, which was awesome. Nice little tailwind. 175. Alright, that was about a 360, so the highest we saw was 175, lowest I want to say, if I remember, was 150, so 15 knot spread, split the difference. Alright. Well, there's the numbers. So now we can have fun. Wingovers. Not in any airspace, so we're fine there. This plane will get fast, very fast. That was 185. Well, I don't really have anywhere to go today, so I think I'll just go back and beat up the pattern. Maybe see if we can hit V&E on the way. Maybe we'll check the runway for birds. So we'll fast forward the descent. We'll be back with you near the runway. As I hit 200 miles an hour without paying attention, I should probably throttle back. .207. Alright, fast forward montage. Alright, and we're back. We're about 10 miles north. I leveled off at 4,500 for traffic that was passing under me. But we'll zoom on down, do a runway check, maybe a couple patterns, just to keep the skills honed. And then we'll probably call it a day. And once again, if you're not paying attention, you'll end up all of a sudden going 200 miles an hour. Oh, I should probably throttle back. The published V&E per the KR plans is 200 miles an hour. I will say that this airplane has been up to 225 unintentionally during a dive recovery.
Country traffic, Scott 858, left crosswind, runway 02 metro.
And she's still intact. I probably wouldn't want to try anything faster than that without counterbalancing my elevator. Metro traffic, Maryville 722 Kilo Charlie's 10 miles to the north, inbound for the 45, runway 2, Nutry.
Country traffic, Skyhawk 858, left down,
I got someone ahead of me above. I am showing someone nearby, almost co-altitude in the hills to my right. I love ADS-B.
Nutry traffic, Alanka 234 Echo is 10 miles to the southwest, 1,600 feet, inbound for landing, Nutry.
Alright, we got someone to the south of the field. We'll definitely be in before them.
Nutry
Traffic, Skyhawk 353 Mike Echo is about 4 miles to the west. Inbound going to set up on the 45 for left runway 2, entry.
That might be that traffic to my right. And entry traffic, experimental 722 Kilo Charlie's on a 5 mile 45, runway 2, entry.
Net 3 traffic, Skyhawk 353 Mike Echoes on about a 3 mile 45 for runway 2, and I'm high, net 3 descending from 2,700.
Yeah, that's traffic above me. Yeah, I got you on ADSB, sir. I'm currently going about 200, so I'll probably squeeze in behind you. If not, I'll break out for you.
Thank you, 353 Mike Echo.
Net 3 traffic, Skyhawk 858, left base, runway 02, stop and go, Net 3.
I got him in sight. He's not on a 45. I am lower, so I technically have the right of way, but I mean, if he gets in front of me, it's not a big deal.
Net 3 Airport, Skyhawk 353 Mike Echo is still in the 45 for runway 2, Net 3.
That looks like I got you in sight. So are you in downtown Vacaville area?
Yeah, I didn't see the strip. I came in kind of wide. I'm south of the numbers, still descending, 353 Mike Echo.
Copy, in sight.
Skyhawk 858, final runway 02, stop and go, Net 3.
Net 3 traffic, 2 Kilo Charlie's downwind runway 2, Net 3. Alright, someone on final. I got him in sight. I got him. And Net 3 traffic, 2 Kilo Charlie. I'll just do a right 360 on downwind here for spacing, Net 3.
Thank you, 353 Mike Echo.
No worries.
353 Mike Echo is turning base for runway 2, full stop, Net 3.
Yeah, it was a little wonky of a pattern, but no big deal. Practice some steep turns, and I was a little fast. And, you know, wait for the wife, because I'm over that. And we'll slow down. Carb heat, cow flaps. Trim. Sounds like traffic at a different airport.
Net 3 traffic, Skyhawk 353 Mike Echo is on final for runway 2, Net 3. I have the departing traffic in sight, Net 3.
And Net 3 traffic to Kilo Charlie's midfield downwind 2, Net 3. Alright, we got to stop and go on the runway and someone on final. Spacing's good. We'll just slow down some.
Net 3 traffic, Skyhawk 858 is on the go, straight out departure, Net 3.
Looks like we got 2 people holding short. We're beam the numbers idle. Good speed. Oh, I was going to do a low pass. Maybe on the next one. Speed breaks out.
Net 3 traffic, Alanka 2349 Echo is 5 miles southwest. I'm heading north to enter a 45 for runway 2, Net 3.
And Net 3 traffic to Kilo Charlie base 2, Net 3. Everything's out, everything's set. Final's clear. A little fast. Net 3 traffic to Kilo Charlie turning, final 2, Net 3.
Net 3 traffic, Eagle 540 Echo Tango is 2 miles out on a 45, left traffic runway 2, Net 3.
Still fast, but that's okay. Speed's bleeding off, and he's clearing the runway.
Net 3 traffic, Cessna November 7042 Golf 10 miles to the northeast, crossing over midfield to enter left downwind for runway 020, Net 3.
Net 3 traffic, 353 Mike Echo's clear, runway 2, Net 3.
Net 3 traffic, we're using runway 02, not 20.
Yeah, that's because he said 020.
Net 3 Eagle 540 Echo Tango is turning midfield, left downwind, runway 2, Net 3.
374, are you going to be taking the active?
Net 3 traffic, Skyhawk 858, 2 miles north, outbound, final call, Net 3.
Alright, well, So it's a little too busy to have fun and do low approaches.
Nutry traffic, Eagle 540 Echo Tango, close in, left base, runway 2, touch and go, Nutry.
So that being said, I'm just going to be in the pattern, and since I did in the last video, we'll just call it here. So thanks for the suggestion and the questions.
21374, are you going to be taking the active after this plane comes in?
You can go first, 374.
Roger that.
2 Kilo Charlie Cross 12 Nutry. So thanks for a lot.
Nutry traffic, 3 Papa Sierra, taking the active 02, departing out to the east.
If you have anything else you want to see, let me know. I'm always looking for an excuse to fly. On that note, well, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys. See ya.